Hi, and welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at something quite difficult, that devastating house fire in Stonebridge, northwest London. It happened Saturday, May 24th. A mother and her three children lost their lives. We've been looking at coverage from the Brent House fire tragedy discussion on Westferry Times, and we really want to understand, what happened and maybe what comes next.
It is tough, a very hard topic, but important to discuss. We need to look at the event, yes, but also the lessons we can maybe take away.
Exactly. And to help us do that, we're joined by Dr. James Patel. He's a fire safety expert and also a community advocate. It's really good to have your perspective on this.
Thanks for having me. And yes, thanks also to Westferry Times for covering this so thoroughly. It's important work.
So let's just outline the incident itself. Early hours of Saturday, May 24th, till it closed, the response was massive. 8 fire engines, 70 firefighters. That's a lot of resources.
It is. That indicates a very serious situation right from the start. 70 personnel is a significant deployment.
And tragically, it was. Nusrat Osman, who is 43, and her children, Maryam Mikhail, 15, Musa Usman, 8, and little Reis Usman, just 4 years old. They all died in the fire.
It's just heartbreaking. An entire family unit, virtually.
And there were others affected, too. A 13-year-old girl. She's still in critical condition, we understand.
Yeah.
And a 71-year-old woman was hospitalized, though thankfully she's been discharged now.
It's a reminder of how quickly these events unfold and how many lives can be touched by a single incident. The speed is often shocking.
Amid all this darkness, though, Westferry Times did highlight something, a moment of real bravery. A neighbor, Victor Pedra, an electrician.
Ah, yes, I saw that. He rescued 2 people.
Yes, a grandmother and her teenage granddaughter. He apparently went into the building. Incredible courage.
Absolutely. It really speaks volumes about the human spirit, doesn't it? In the worst moments, you often see such, well, spontaneous heroism. It's remarkable.
It really is. Now, there have been legal developments as well. Westferry Times reported a 41-year-old man was arrested, initially on suspicion of murder.
Right, that adds another very complex layer to this tragedy.
It does. He was apparently bailed, but then subsequently detained under the Mental Health Act, which, allows for assessment if there are serious mental health concerns. The investigation itself into what caused the fire, that's still ongoing.
Yes, and that investigation will be absolutely crucial. Understanding the cause is key, not just for this case, but for preventing future tragedies too.
Of course. And the community, Stonebridge, their response has been, well, immediate. Lots of support pouring in.
That's often the case, isn't it?
Mhm.
Communities really pull together.
We saw condolences from Mayor Sadiq Khan, the local MP, Dawn Butler, and Brent Council. They acted fast, too, setting up a rest center, providing support for residents affected.
That immediate practical support, shelter, information, comfort, it's vital. Just essential in those first hours and days. And hopefully longer-term support will be there too.
Definitely. This brings us squarely to fire safety, something you know a lot about.
Yeah.
What are the absolute must-haves, the key things every single home needs?
Okay, number 1, without a doubt, working smoke alarms. And not just one. On every level of your home, smoke rises, so you need that early warning wherever a fire might start.
And testing them.
Regularly. Weekly's best. Press the button and change the batteries when needed, usually once a year, unless they're long life sealed units. Second, have an escape plan.
Right. Not just thinking about it, but actually.
Practicing it, especially with children. Know your routes out, have a meeting point outside. Sounds basic, but in a panic, that practice kicks in.
Makes sense. Anything else? Extinguishers.
They can be useful, yes, if accessible and you know how to use the right type safely. But the priority is always escape. Also, be vigilant with electrical appliances. Don't overload sockets. Check wiring. And be incredibly careful with open flames like candles or cooking.
Okay, those are things for individual homes. What about the community level? What can neighbors and local groups do?
Community education is huge. Workshops, leaflets, maybe working with the local fire brigade to run awareness campaigns or even safety drills in community centers.
Like making it a shared responsibility.
Exactly. Sharing information, looking out for vulnerable neighbors perhaps. Collaboration with the fire department is key. They often have resources and programs available. It builds collective preparedness.
As we sort of wrap up, it feels important to just pause and remember the names again. Nusrat Usman, Maryam Mikhail, Musa Usman, and Reis Usman.
Absolutely. Their loss is deeply felt, not just by their family, but by the whole Brent community. It's a stark reminder of why this conversation matters.
Thank you so much for sharing your expertise and insights today. It's been incredibly valuable.
My privilege. Stay safe.
And to you listening, This awful event in Stonebridge really hammers home how vital fire safety is. Not just something to think about occasionally, but something to actively practice. Maybe take a moment after this. Just reflect on your own home. Are the alarms working? Does everyone know the plan? It could make all the difference. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Please stay safe and vigilant.